So welcome back everybody to the Hope Mobile. This is volume 2. It's just a huge treat to have them. No introduction needed. So spin the... It is my grandson, Jackson, and his mom, Kayla Marie.
Doesn't take no for an answer.
And we have camera shy Uncle Noah over there who's just woke up.
It's Pop's bus.
Yeah.
That's what he says when he sees any RV, no matter what. Old, new, big, small.
I know.
Oh my god. I want to have something good to say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we've been up and down some crazy roads.
Yeah.
And back and forth. We could write a book.
Right, we should.
People think Jimmy was my cross to bear.
Hey.
Yeah.
They don't realize that you were my first cross to bear.
I know.
For a lot of years.
Don't hit me with it.
But
Okay.
you know,
Don't hit me with it. Got it.
you made it through and came out the other end, and here you sit. And that is God's grace and a miracle.
Yeah. And all the love and support and from everybody, you guys. You guys never,
Yeah.
you know, I got the tough love I needed. I always say that I never would be here without that.
Yeah.
Sure?
You wrote me a letter a while ago, and I still have it. Hold on 1 second, bud. You wrote me a letter, and I still have it. It was a while ago. It was a Father's Day or birthday or something, and you thanked me for being a parent and this, that, and the other. But the one thing that literally made me cry and stuck with me, and I've shared with so many people, is you thanked me for all the things that I didn't do for you.
Yeah, I remember writing that. I know. Yeah.
So just for my sake and this sake, what do you mean by that?
I mean, not giving in. I mean, there were times where I, you know, had nowhere to go and I wanted to just come home, or so I thought. You know, I wanted the easy way out. I don't know. I mean, like, it was just like, I knew, like, if you're not doing the right thing, don't come here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you $5 for cigarettes.
Yep.
If you're not doing what you got to do. Anytime, you know, you guys always help me get into whatever, treatment, or help me with stuff I needed, but you specifically didn't help me to kill myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
You know, to do that for your kid. And it's almost... It's crazy because, like, maybe because it was so long ago or just because I was young, it's like, it's almost, like, blurry now. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes it really feels like it didn't even happen. Like, it wasn't even me. But, like, I know. You know what I mean? I know it was.
Yep.
But,
No, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, I'm sure you do. But, you know, oh my god. I mean, seriously, if I had, like, 4 hours maybe, I could tell the whole story.
Yeah.
And once I start talking, I remember more and more, but I was young and I was on a path headed nowhere.
Yeah.
And I really didn't care.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't at some point I just decided that I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then but I mean, I still, you know, I've still had mess ups or relapses or whatever from then, but I knew I can't pinpoint exactly when, but I think I know the time period where I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been a decision I make every single day since.
Yep.
Literally every single day still.
Yep.
And it's definitely something that never goes away, but it made me who I am today.
Yeah.
And it will continue to make me who I am, and
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
It's
Well.
crazy.
Yep. And I know what you meant when you wrote that letter.
Yeah.
And that's why it hit me so hard, because as a parent of a kid that's struggling or a young adult that's struggling, the hardest thing to do is and me and Uncle Jeff talk about this all the time. Watch, Jackson, you're gonna poke your eye out, bud. Give me this. Give me this. You're gonna poke your eye out.
Oh, why?
Because it's a stick.
A stick. But the hardest thing is fighting the line between love and enabling. I think it's such a fine line, and you learn that when you go to the parent family treatment thing, and you just learn it through experience. And I think anybody that's dealt with a kid who's struggled with you know, whatever it be, whether it be substance or mental or you know whatever. It's just a fine line between love and enabling, and it's always like you feel like you're taking a risk every time you don't do something for somebody, and it's a little bit of a roll of the dice. And, you know, sometimes you just, I don't know, you live with the consequences, but it's tough. It's tough as a parent. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, because it's like all you do is want to help, but you know that helping sometimes is really hurting in disguise.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
But
Definitely.
you're living proof that it works if you work it, like they say, and that, you know, if you just stay the course and stay in the moment, you know.
Yeah.
People can change.
Yeah, they definitely can.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So much more to life.
Yeah, right?
Like being hit in the head with a balloon by a 2-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. So how many people, just out of curiosity, because we were talking about this at work too, how many people do you think you have known, numbers-wise, that have overdosed or died from substance abuse or overuse?
I gotta say, like, at least 20.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've known a lot of people just because I've been around. I've lived in a bunch of different places. I've met so many people with, you know, addiction issues, and I mean, you know, it's mental health too.
Yeah.
That have overdosed and died. I mean, I know probably about 50 people who've overdosed and not died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, in that world, that's really common.
Yeah.
And I mean, nowadays, I mean, I was talking to Anthony about it. It's like, just because of, I guess, the stuff that's out and everything, it's like, if you're out there and you are like using these hard drugs or whatever, it's just not looking good. I feel like even back like maybe 10 years ago, it was like, you know what I mean? It's like you go to rehab or whatever, you stop or you have a break or whatever, but it's like your chances just aren't good. It's either you stop or you die. You
think it's the fentanyl?
I think so. I think it is.
Yeah. There was an article in the paper I showed you earlier. I have it printed out. It's overdoses are on the rise again. And I think a lot, I breezed over it, but I think a lot of it is.
Hey, Bubba, no.
I think a lot of it is the fentanyl related.
Yeah, and it comes in waves. It always has since I've known it to happen. It comes in waves, dude. And you just say like 4 or 5 people at a time. Just that I know, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's more than that, but.
What, love? You want to sit up here? Don't hit me, no. So for a person like me that doesn't fully understand it, when a person's doing drugs and they hear of an overdose, do they really run to that area to get that drug because they believe that drug's more potent than?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a true?
That is.
Oh my God.
I know.
Because I've heard that over and I've heard that so many different times, so many different ways, and I'm thinking, holy shit, man. I mean, that's like the advertising.
Yeah, and that's what you hear too. That's what you always hear is like, oh, you know, the dealers will put a bad bag in their batch or whatever just to kill somebody, just so people come to them. It's crazy when you think about it, but when you're in it, that's what people are going for because they know it's strong.
Yeah, and so people know. So people know. So how does?
Hey, Jackson, you have to stop.
Yeah, that's fine, but you gotta stop. Do they How does word spread?
Here,
I mean, word spreads through
word of mouth. Word of mouth.
And like the internet and shit like that?
Yeah.
Like the social media?
Yeah, and like, I mean, I can even say it's been a long time since I've been, you know, around all that and like, and, you know, had big, you know, groups of friends and stuff who I've been close with that are into, but it's, you know, people go to the areas, the corners.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know what it's like anymore.
Yeah,
you know, with the fentanyl and everything, I mean, I could see people avoiding that.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? So you're like, oh, okay, it's strong, but it's not fentanyl. You know what I mean? It's like, it's terrifying to me. Even as somebody who used to do stuff like that, like, I can't even, like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Stop, bud.
We're done with the balloons.
Stop. Or just give me that stick. Thank you. Yeah. That's see, that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it, but I can't relate to it. I mean, I just can't. I can't relate to running to an area that a person just died. My mind tells me run away from it.
I feel the same way sitting here today. I know, but I do know that is the case.
That's crazy.
Or it was the case. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's
just one of those things that when you're in it, you can't see anything else but that.
Yeah.
And when you're out of it, you can't even believe that it's.
Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
there's no telling what you're getting.
No.
Because it's not pharmacy grade or anything. It's just it's not like nowadays you can go to the medical marijuana dispensary. Yeah, but you can't swing it, okay?
Why?
Because I don't want you to poke your eye out. I want you to have both eyes, not just one. Careful. You can hold it. But nowadays you can go to the medical marijuana dispensary and you pretty much know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a label on there, right? Like nutritional facts almost.
Yeah.
Telling you the strength and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, things are different now than they were even, like 5 years ago. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
With the medical marijuana coming up. And, I mean, I don't know too much about it, but...
No, he can come out with you if you want. Just stay on the sidewalk. Well, if
He'll
you guys
stay on the
just
sidewalk with you.
stay on this side.
We're going to get ready to go because he's way past his
we're
nap
coming
time.
out. Yeah, we're coming out.
I could sit here all day.
Yeah.
But he can't.
No, I know. Because I could sit all day and talk to you too.
I know.
There's a lot for me to learn, and the whole thing is I talk to a lot of the younger generation, but I don't. I mean, I didn't walk in a lot of their shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand the struggle.
Right.
And the need to have people around you and the help and the encouragement and especially the hope. But certain things are, the mindset is like, it's crazy.
It's a real like specific thing, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is for you to be at your age and to know that many people that are in a grave. And I know that's been, that's over the course of years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember one of you guys, I don't know if it was you or Jimmy, we were in the house and you said, do you remember so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. And you said, oh, they're dead. And I was like, oh my God. And you were like maybe 30 seconds later, there was a pause and it was like, what are we having for dinner?
Yeah.
And it just hit me later on that day, like that evening, like this is a problem because that is way too easily digestible for a person that was, in their early 20s or even late teens, It was just like, I mean, I experienced death when I was younger, but it was car accidents.
Right. Yeah, you said
suicide.
That. I know.
A weird like train track kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was, it wasn't nearly 20 people.
I would love to see the numbers. You know what I mean? Like the statistics. I don't look into it too much, but that's why it's important. It's like it's one of those things that I know now more than ever. It's like you're not going to stop anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, check on people.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can. You can't save anybody, but check on people.
Yeah.
As much as you can. Do whatever you can to help, not hurt.
Yeah.
And if that's nothing, then that's nothing.
Yeah.
But try, reach out, and I'm trying to do that as much as I can to people I know, just because you're not going to stop these people, but there's just a greater risk and a greater chance that they might not make it out. So you got to do what you can to be there for people. Dude, get Narcan if you can. I know the fentanyl will not, from what I understand, it will not be reversed. Narcan doesn't work on fentanyl.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, dude. If you drive Uber, if you drive Lyft, if you're in the city, if you're not, you can save a life. Yeah. And I've seen so many things, and it's true. It's like, you can't help somebody if they're dead. Yeah. And it's like, if you can bring them back, give them another shot,
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. And the whole thing, too, is even with like Corona, aside from the whole opiate overdose crisis, it's just important nowadays more so because it's only been a few months and people are getting squirrely.
Yeah, oh, I know.
And the whole thing is just having you guys stop today is like uplifting.
No, Sam, it's been great to be here. I know.
Yeah,
but yeah, that is, check on people. People are having a hard time. I've seen a lot of people that, you wouldn't expect or you didn't know would struggle with something like this or struggling.
Yeah.
It's extreme. It's hard.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, we're going to cut it here. We're going to cut it a little bit short because Jackson's got to go for a nap and he's got to go potty.
He's got to go potty.
So,
working from home.
Corona work?
Corona work.
How you like it?
Depends on the day.
Yeah?
I will show you.
Jackson.
You having cabin fever?
No,
some days.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others.
I will show you, Pop.
Go ahead, show me. Show me. What is it?
Come on.
Come on, show me.
Come on.
Okay, here I come. What do you guys show me? Pick me up? Okay. What?
Go ahead, Sashi. Hey.
That's an apple. This?
No, that.
This?
No, that.
This?
No. That fly right there.
Oh, the fly right there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a little, that's a gnat.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's just a little gnat.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He lives in here.
Whoa.
He lives in here with me.
Come on.
All right, I'm coming. He lives in here with me. Okay, right there? Okay, I'll sit. And now that we have the light on, maybe you can see it better. This is the rock that Zane made with his mom and dad in honor of Jimmy Snips, the Hope-mobile. I love it so much. Thank you so much to Zane and Keith and Jane for helping him make it. We love it.